Being rewarded for mediocre or even downright shitty behavior is what's wrong with this world. Welcome to another thoroughly aggravating episode of Peace, Love, and Idol, The Results. Tonight we learned who will be leaving us just before making the tour. We're going from 11 to 10, since we went from 12 to 11 last night with Jermaine's departure. I'm frustrated at the results, but overall, I'm not totally opposed to who went home. And that doesn't make sense right now, but we'll get into it. So I'm just as equally tired and cranky as I was yesterday. I'm trying to get this done quick and go to bed. Because I'm not beat. And the show pisses me off. And America is a bunch of fucking retards. And we wonder why our kids today have no coping skills to hear that, like, you are not good at something. Because we reward them for being nice, but not really talented. So we opened tonight's results show talking about J-Lo's Vogue cover and having some awkward banter between J-Lo and Ryan about her video and who directed it, and her telling us that it's big news that she has a new single coming out March 20th. No one cares about your big single. Secondly, we learned that Tommy Hilfiger has been recruited to be the image consultant for American Idol, which is good. And his first order of business should be Erica, because whoever is dressing her backstage is a colorblind piece of shit. Because tonight they put her in a navy blue and black ensemble that was ill-fitted and made her look like a fucking bad lady. So I welcome the addition of Tommy Hilfiger. I would think that he has better things to do this time, but hey, do you, Tommy. So the first group of people that were brought down to find out the results were Phil, Skylar, Elise, and Joshua. We heard Lily's comments, which really weren't much at all. He likes Phil. He likes Skylar, but thought she didn't do that well. He loves Elise and thinks she killed it, and he thinks Joshua had his big moment this season. So my guess, or my preference, or my prediction was that Phil would be in the bottom 3 just based on my ranking system from last night. Jesus. But of course, you know, what the fuck do I know? And he was safe, and he's going on the tour. And much to my dismay, my first disappointment of the night, Elise is in the bottom 3 again. I really, I mean, someone who doesn't like her that watches this, please comment and tell me why. I just don't get it. I mean, I understand each person has their preference, but like, there's a big difference between singing a song in tune and entertainingly and not. I mean, that's just that. If she was I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, and I admitted that. Well, come on, man. Like, come on. It was better than a lot of people who shouldn't be here anymore. So I was mad. Then we had a commercial, and then Demi Lovato was to come out and sing, but I know nothing about that because I kept fast forwarding right on through that shit. I am not beat. I will knock your fucking skyscraper down. Go cut yourself. That was a little mean. Sorry. Don't cut yourself. You're very lovely. Eat. Don't purge. Alright. So that brought us then to our next set of singers, and that was Colton, Shannon, DeAndre, and Jessica. Jimmy's comments, Jimmy did explain the way they go about the songs. Each contestant brings 3 songs off of the list, which they edit the shit out of that. That's definitely not how it looks. And they listen to them, sing them, I guess? He just said listen to them, I don't know. And then if they're good, I guess they try to figure out which one of the 3 they like the best. And if they're not, they give them other suggestions and listen to other things. But ultimately, it is their the contestant's choice. It really did not look like it was the contestant's choice in DeAndre's case, or he just didn't feel strong enough to be like, no. But he said that none of his choices were all that exciting, and it may have been the wrong choice, but that's not how he sang it in rehearsal, and he didn't deliver. And he might be in trouble. For Colton, he was fighting with Randy most of the time, and just said that he was like middle of the road, and it was annoying and too long of a comment, and I don't care what he has to say. Shannon, he agreed that when she pushes, she's not as good, and he said some other things, but I tuned out. And Jessica, he went into a big, long, lengthy explanation about why it is she was off the beat, and I still didn't hear it. Even when they played it back and he was talking about that one spot that she yelled, lost her breath, went off, blah, 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 I still didn't think it sounded that bad. So I don't know. I must be losing it. It has to be the explanation. I'm losing it. Either way, out of the group, I clearly wanted Shannon to be in the bottom, and I actually did get my wish for once. Shannon was in the bottom, and I think she deserved to be there. She was my number 10 out of 11, and she just has not lived up to her potential. So then we had another commercial, and then Daughtry came out and performed, and I did watch that because I do like Daughtry. And I was just thinking about how I think this album has been out for quite some time, and I haven't heard a single. I hope this isn't the end of their singles running pop radio. In my own defense, though, I barely listen to the radio. I listen to Sirius, and I listen to whatever I like, but it's very rare that I have the radio on, except for like when I'm in the shower or in the car, very briefly. I do listen to Music Choice, but they don't put too much like brand new music on. So I don't think they've had a single from this album. I do have it downloaded and I like it. It's pretty good. And they're starting their tour, and I thought the performance was pretty good. So then we had the last group of contestants, which was Heejun, Holly, and Erica. Jimmy said that Holly was straight A. That Heejun, he feels there's going to be an Asian pop explosion, but he doesn't feel that Heejun is the one who's going to take us there, and he's singing all the same kind of songs, and he needs to figure out something if he's going to stick around. And Erica, he basically just argued with the judges about his choice to make the accompaniment weird, and that it's worked in the past, and didn't really say much of anything about Erica's performance, but they showed that terrible middle again. And why did someone not address that she didn't get what he was saying? He should have remedied that before she even got on stage. It's not that hard to understand what he wanted to do. And she sings live all the time. I don't get it. Why she didn't understand. It like makes my face want to melt off. So then we hear the news that Heejun is safe, and if that is not bad enough, his mediocre ass is now on the tour. The whole reason we have to watch 13 fucking weeks of people who suck is because no one will just tell them, hey, you're nice and you are worth something, and there are many things you do well in this world. But singing isn't one of them. It is alright to be honest, because now America falls in love with this guy, and I'm stuck having to watch him butcher songs that suck in the first place for weeks and weeks on end. Now he's going to be on a nationwide tour, and if for nothing else, I'm going on that tour and I'm throwing things at him. Or at least a nice letter will be placed on the stage, and hopefully he will take it that says, you're not good enough to be here. So thank your personality, and you would win. Well, maybe you wouldn't even win, because guess what? I'm growing real tired of his act. But you would do real good in Personality Idol. This is a singing competition, and I don't care who you are. fan of him or not, he was weakest by a mile. And I don't think there's anything that can be done. If there can, I am wrong, and I will say I'm wrong. But man, it ticks me off every season. Let's see if I can remember. Let's go back and see. Okay. Nikki McKibben, I don't know why people liked her in season 1. Like, cause she had cool hair and, like, P.S. We find out now, America, she was coked the fuck out the whole season. She sucked. She came in 3rd. Let's think. Season 2. Carmen Rasmussen. Sweet girl. Country. Whatever. Whoa. Never sang a song in tune. And that other girl, Julia D'Amato. Terrible. Sorry, I'm just calling these people out. I might have to do my research to do this, but John Stevens, as we already mentioned, and John Peter Lewis, same season. I hated that season. I want to kill myself that season. Terrible. Terrible. Oh my god, there's no reason he should ever have been on TV. I should know his name. That's who he reminds me of. John Stevens. And John Stevens didn't even really have a personality. But neither does Hee Jun. That's where his personality is. Like, he's just mopey, monotone. People just think it's hilarious. He was hilarious in the auditions in Hollywood Week. It was funny when he's making fun of Richie Law, because Richie Law's a douchebag. But he's not good at singing. Vote for the Worst is probably voting for him. Stuck with him now. It's like, it doesn't even matter when he goes home now because you're on the tour. Blasphemy. Anyway, I could talk about this all night. So then we find out that Erica is in the bottom. Did she have a great night? No. But, like, why does America hate her? It's something with the older end girl? Like, fuck off. I'm getting really annoyed with this show. She didn't have a great night, but she can sing circles around Hee Jun. My asshole can sing circles around Hee Jun. So basically, right off the bat, we find out that Elise is safe and she's moved to the chore seats, and she's probably like, thank Jesus. And the judges probably are too, because they're like, dude, are we going to use a save on her too? Because, well, America must really not want her here. So that leaves Shannon and Erica in the bottom. And then I think they took a commercial and they came back, and we find out that by some grace of God, Erica is safe and Shannon is in fact the one in danger of going home. So that made me happy. And I kind of knew right off the bat that they would not use the save on her, regardless of how she sang. It was really not any better than it was. I think they should be able to at least choose the song they want to sing for their life. They have to sing the same song that they did yesterday that no one liked. It's not a good song for her. Like, someone's got to tell her that shit too. And they didn't use the save, which, I mean, ultimately, I don't think Shannon has been that strong. But did she deserve to go on the tour over Hee Jun? Yes, because he is just not good. He was not that good through auditions. At least she was good at some point. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was just the large arena. Maybe it was the pressure, anxiety. I don't know. But now she's on the tour. I mean, ultimately, am I sad to see Shannon go? No, I was always on the fence, and she's had 2 bad nights. But she really should have gone last week. So maybe that was just America's like delayed reaction to her badness last week. I don't know. But I am up in arms over Hee Jun still being around. And I'm sorry. I know people like him. And I know that they say his voice is special, and I guess it is with someone else's ears. But with my ears, it isn't. Call me what you will. I don't care. Don't like him. If for some reason he busts out a song and sounds like Joshua did last night, well then I will do a whole I love you, I'm sorry Hee Jun video and send it to him. But Don't be checking your subscriptions for that anytime soon. It's gonna happen. So I liked when they used to tell us the theme. I feel like they used to tell us the theme for next week at some point. And maybe if I feel like it, I will look and see who my Heejun of all the past seasons was, and just give you a little update on that. So what did you think? Are you as outraged as I am? Will you pay to see this tour? I might, just to try to take Colton into a dark coat room or something. But probably not. I mean, I didn't go see the Idol tour and Adam Lambert was on it, so why in the fuck would I go now? So that was it. We'll see you next week where we're down to the top 10. And, that's it. Subscribe, follow me, write me some fucking comments. I'll have to start getting real crazy up in here so someone will at least write, "You've lost your damn mind." Something, anything. Hi, hello, nice video, shitty video. I don't care what you write. Just write something, for the love of God. I'm going to bed. See you next week.